Some gods were derived from him, and others became assimilated to him, as Baal or Baal Shamayin is frequently accompanied by eagles. Kor was a huge space in which thousands attended ceremonial sacrifices. The temple complex was vast. In front of the temple stood an altar with a ramp on which sacrificial animals were laid. The townspeople must have stood in wonder before this magnificent shrine to their supreme god. It's not surprising that it became a symbol of heathen religion as a whole. At the entrance to the sanctuary there's a relief, which was originally on the frieze of the temple. It depicts a ritual scene in which the leader of an Arabian tribe is bringing a holy stone, a cult object, to the temple on a dromedary, followed by veiled women. This is the sanctuary, the Holy of Holies. In the great niche stood statues of Baal, the cosmic being, and his companions, Yahibal and Uglybal, the personification of sun and moon. The god's niches, or thalami, are roofed with heavy, richly decorated monoliths. The northern thalamos contains personifications of the 7 planets in the zodiac. In the corners are the eagles of Baal. Stairs lead to the northern and southern temple terraces. Ritual offerings of incense to the god were probably performed on the temple roof. Although we know very little about the rituals that took place in the temple, we can imagine ordinary people who were barred from entering the sacred precinct, looking up in wonder at the smoke signals floating up from the temple roof to heaven. A votive relief at the entrance to the Baal temple shows an offering in honor of the sun god. The god is standing by a column and holding his arm over the fruit lying on an altar. Like the burning of incense, the offering of fruit was one of the most important religious rituals. As Lord of the storm and bringer of rain, Baal made the fruit grow, so the people brought him the first fruits of the gardens. Every year, the Palmyra festival is held in the town. Horse and camel races play a big part in it, but so do historical processions. Participants and spectators come from all around the local area. The festival is a reminder of Palmyra's heyday, when it was part of a world empire and paid tribute to Rome. When the Emperor Hadrian came to the province in 129 AD, he granted Palmyra the title of Free City, although the Roman procurator supervised public finances. Commerce was in the hands of Arabic merchant families. The most important of these was that of Septimus Odenathus. It took over political leadership, and Septimus Odenathus became a Roman senator and consul. The Roman Emperor granted him the title of Dux, and he gave himself the title King of Kings after the Emperor Gallienus had named him Corrector of the entire Orient and Imperator. Odenathus was murdered. His wife Zenobia may well have had a hand in it. As her son Babalat was still underage, she took power herself, defied Rome, and defeated an army sent to put down her rebellion. Her armies rapidly subjugated the whole of Syria and Egypt. In the end, Zenobia, who had given herself the imperial title Augusta, was beaten by a punitive expedition under the Roman Emperor Aurelian. The beautiful empress fled, but was captured and taken to Rome, where she died under house arrest. Palmyra remains the city of Zenobia, the crowning glory of all antiquity. Its monument to a short but magnificent epoch whose wealth was created from commerce and manifested in unique buildings. The Roman theatre dates from the first half of the 2nd century. It wasn't excavated until 1952. Two side entrances lead to a semicircular space in front of the stage from which the seating rises. The stage's facade is an impressive structure, reminiscent of a palace. In the middle are the main niche and portico for the actors, adorned with a pediment. Classical plays were seldom staged in the theatre. Only the educated upper class understood Greek or Latin, and entertainment was the first priority. Contact sports, music and dance were what amused the Roman legionaries and the townspeople. Entertainment and folklore are also at the heart of the Palmyra festival. 2nd century gate is the entrance to one of the most magnificent sights in antiquity. Caravan drivers coming out of desert must have been astonished to stand before such splendor. The monumental arched gate has 3 passageways and is decorated with a plant motif typical of Palmyra. The middle passageway, 6 meters wide, is oriented at a 30-degree angle towards the temple of Baal. Decorative foliage expertly carved in the sandstone echoes the rich ornamentation in Oriental textiles. The woven patterns have been transferred to architectural surfaces. Standard motifs recur throughout. The local craftsmen did follow Roman models, but stuck to local patterns. The decoration is abundant, but not overwhelming, and never compromises the architecture. A great arched gateway opens onto what is probably the most magnificent street in antiquity, with endless pillars on either side. Even in ruins, the ensemble still has an air of greatness. Attached to the pillars were consoles bearing figurines of prominent and deserving citizens. Every visitor entered the town under the gaze of these effigies and was reminded of those who had made Palmyra great, people who owed their power and riches to commerce. We can still look these citizens in the eyes today. They had themselves portrayed for posterity on their tombs. Even though these sculptures are stylized and forms are repeated, they are still recognizable as individuals. The men's faces reflect the self-assurance of successful merchants who know that they have made it in life. They radiate bourgeois pride. The effigies of the deceased carved in high relief demonstrate the originality of Palmyrean art. Oriental tradition is more evident than Western ones. The subjects are shown in a fully frontal view. There's a delight in detail, especially in the women's portraits. Jewelry and clothing are reproduced precisely. Family groups are often shown. The main thoroughfare or great colonnade doesn't run through the city in a straight line, but in 3 different sections.